As the national COVID-19 curve trends downward, Kerala continues to see a surge. The daily count in the country has halved from more than 80,000 a day to about 40,000 a day for almost a month. However, over the last 2 days, Kerala has reported a significant rise in new infections. This has led to an increase in active cases at the national level for the first time in 2 months. So what exactly is happening in Kerala?
Kerala has never followed the national trend on COVID. Initially, when last year, when in May and June, when the first wave had started, and most states had seen increasing number of cases every day, Kerala was very, very silent. Kerala recorded the first case in India and then remained relatively silent for a very prolonged period until after August, uh, when the cases began to rise. And within a month or so, when the rest of India started to decline, Kerala continued to, rise for a very long time. In fact, uh, in January this year, uh, when most of the other states had come down to a very low level of daily count of cases, Kerala had been reporting about 5 or 6,000 cases every day during that time. Uh, and that was almost like half the total number of cases that were being reported in India at that point of time in January. In a way, the first wave of infections never came to an end in Kerala. No, it continued. It came down from the peak, and then it flattened, and it was continuing at that plateau when the second wave hit. And then, like every other state, we saw Kerala also, going through a huge surge. And the second peak in Kerala, the peak for the second wave was like other states, like it was very, very high compared to the first one.
Almost 45% of the state's population has received at least one dose of the vaccine. Even the good work on vaccination has not succeeded in bringing infection numbers down in Kerala.
Now what is happening is, across the country, every other state is declining. So has Kerala has declined from its peak that was observed in April and May. uh, at that point of time, Kerala was reporting 35,000 plus cases every day. So now it's come down to about 11,000 to 13,000 cases every day. The problem is that, it hasn't, the decline has come to a stop. And that is something that we are seeing only in Kerala, because most of the other states, the decline has continued and the cases have come down to, in some cases, like in Delhi, for example, or even in Madhya Pradesh, cases have come down to below 100. In Kerala, the decline has stopped at around 11,000 to 13,000. Now, the only state that is comparable is Maharashtra, where again the decline has somewhat stopped, or maybe has slowed down. So both these states have, for the last 1 year or so, have one month or so, they have, their daily count of cases has more or less stabilized. In case of Maharashtra, it's between 8,000 to 10,000 every day. In case of Kerala, it's about 11,000, 12,000, 13,000 every day. So that is the current situation. That is what is happening in Kerala as of now. It's very different from the trend that has been seen from the other states. Now, what happened exactly in the last 2 or 3 days is that relative stability also was broken, and it started to move in the opposite direction, meaning Kerala, for 2 straight days, reported a significant rise in the number of new infections. So earlier it used to be between 11,000 and 12,000, but 11,000 and 13,000. But on like 2 days ago, they reported about 14,000 cases, 14,000 plus. Then again, the next day they reported 15,000 plus. So that did create some sort of scare, saying whether this could be a trend that might be seen in other places as well, and whether this was a start of the third wave, and that kind of apprehensions were being expressed. At least part of the explanation we know. What Kerala is one of the states which does better reporting of cases, and this is not speculation. This is based on facts. I mean, there is some evidence to this fact that Kerala has better reporting numbers. And why we say so is that there were serious surveys that have been carried out across the states nationally, and what those serious surveys have found is that for the country as an average, for every reported case, there are about 25 cases that go unreported, right? Kerala's case, that number is just 1:5. So for every reported case, there are only 5 unreported cases. What that means is that Kerala does a better job at reporting the cases compared to other states. Now, this would be true for many other states which have high number of cases. For example, Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu or even Karnataka, they probably would have a relatively better reporting structure. This phenomenon that we are seeing in Kerala can be explained with better reporting. But there might be other reasons also that we do not know of, or as of now, we do not understand why is it happening. Kerala is a relatively smaller state with smaller population. And if we look at, the total number of known infections in this state, the number of cases that have been reported, that's more than 30 lakh now. So roughly, 1 in 10 people in Kerala are known to have been infected. So that's a very high proportion. For every 10 people in Kerala, at least one person has been found to be infected. The deaths that are getting reported from Kerala are actually deaths that might have happened 3-4 weeks earlier, or maybe even before that, and are getting reported today. So that's why we don't see the impact of vaccines, right? So with 45% of vaccine penetration, you would expect the deaths to go down, and hopefully the death count would go down in the next couple of weeks. That's the hope.